Alright. Hello everybody and welcome to a best of 3 here in the weekly ESL Open Cup. This is the North American Cup. We've got two Koreans just juking it out. Down here, they're always cheesy, always aggressive. Dragon Phoenix Gaming's herO. He's already building his first pylon out of the map. Haas has been doing this a lot recently. So interesting to see exactly what this is. Probably Zealot, Stalker Pressure, and potentially the way Haas was doing it was that he'd then build a Stargate here if his opponent expanded. He would build a Stargate and do a kind of delayed proxy Void Ray off of that gateway aggression. Now, his opponent is Cure. And the real problem here for herO is that he's predictably cheesy. And Cure, on the other hand, he can do a bit of everything. And knowing that his opponent is who he is, he's like, I'm not going to scout, but I'm just going to go a double gas one base opening and play incredibly safe. And that's going to kind of block what you're doing. So this sort of build, I do think you can play it out okay from herO's position. But you've got to be very quick to just say, okay, no worries. I'll just go take my Nexus and play a standard game. Like, one of the mistakes we saw Haas do from here was still go ahead and build a Stargate out here and build Phoenix off it. But if you're going to go Phoenix, you might as well build them at home. Don't have your Stargate all the way out of the map. Oh, that probe almost getting that SCV. CQ has shuffled it off and then put it back on. Oh, but it goes into the danger zone again. Okay, it did at least finish the defo, but now it's getting chased out of that base. So for those who don't know, not only is Cure rock solid, he can play a bit of everything, but he's very good defensively, and his macro play is something he used to not really be known for, but the ability to just kind of defend and absorb and react to how his opponent's playing, it's on a new level in the last year. That's why he won a GSL. It's why he's the reigning GSL champion, in fact. And it's also something where he's 8-0 in their last 4 matches. 4 2-0s in a row for Cure. Now, before that, herO did beat him 2-0. And I think that was right around the time when, you know, herO came back from the military, but it shows you that Q has definitely got his number. Whee! As that probe goes spinning. 2 Zealots coming out. And he's going to build a Stalker from there. So those Zealots are going to try to come in. He's hoping to catch a command center on the low ground. As I hear my air fryer beeping, telling me my food's heated up. Going to be ducking out after this game to grab some lunch of champions. Tater tots and some fucking... and some fish, some breaded fish, frozen lunch. Yeah. It's gonna be a good time. Oh man, I love the way Cure, when he saw the barracks, he was like, we're not gonna build a command center down there. No way. He builds it on the high ground. He gets some good damage on the Zealots. He pulls back, and he's got a Widow Mine up there as well. So unless you want to chump that Widow Mine with a Zealot, then you're gonna have to just back off. And herO does just that. Now herO has gone that Stargate at home for the Phoenix, like I mentioned, but where's the Nexus, guys? Where is the Nexus? Hello? Is herO going to do a 1-base Phoenix Gateway all-in? Because if these Reapers scout, no Nexus. I mean, Q is just going to play the safest game of all time, and they're about to scout it. They're going to come in and even get a probe kill. Oh, this is awesome for Q. He's like, hey, you don't even have a Nexus, and I'm going to kill your probe? Oh, okay. No worries. He will lose at least one of these. Stalker comes in from behind. herO does get a kill on it, but... how do you transition into a macro game from here as herO? Like, what the hell, dude? Your Phoenix going to need to do so much damage, and Cure is going for a Widow Mine drop, which is actually really bad against Phoenix, because the Phoenix counts up so early. There's already 2 Phoenix out, 3rd on the way, so he's going to even build a bunker. I mean, Q is so paranoid now, and that's what affords you this opportunity to say, hey, let's take a Nexus. And if I was herO, I would even think about 2 Nexi. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I feel like you kind of need to go really hard into probes non-stop, and I guess you probably can't afford a second Nexus. But yeah, his Adept should be going up here, and he might be able to get the kill. 2 shots to kill, and no! Oh, it's got 1 hit point! It's still alive! Oh my god, this is going to be so irritating. 3 Widow Mines coming in from that side. There's no armory. Raven, tank, on the way. 2nd barracks as well. Now, Cure does sometimes play overly safe first herO, but I think in this case, this is all absolutely fine. You're up in workers. When you float your command center down, you're going to be dropping mules like crazy on it. And herO's got to react fast. Oh, herO! What the hell? Oh my god, he waited to the last second. That was so dangerous from herO. I mean, he will clean this up. Oh my lord. I guess he just waited. I thought that first Widow Mine managed to get burrowed, but picked it up just before it was done. And he gets a medevac and 3 Widow Mines, and suddenly the Phoenix starting to pay off for themselves. You've got non-stop probes behind this. He's going to take out the Reaper. Q's map vision is just gone. He's going to try to sneak a Raven out, and the reason is he's got so little anti-air to defend. Look at this Warlock. He's so afraid of dying. He's just trying to protect the tank at all costs. The Phoenix are going to have to go harass. There is a Cyclone out, which will help. But notice he runs the Cyclone away from the Phoenix. That's how much respect Kua gives for the danger of 5 Phoenix and how they could do a lot to him right now. Oh, Widowmine does get a nice shot off. 4 SCVs going down. Now that the Phoenix are starting to get their work done, now that they've cleaned up that Widowmine drop, he's chronoing his probes. He's got the Robo about to finish. We expect Robo Bay and Colossus after this. Building a Sentry, interestingly enough. And yeah, straight up to Colossus play. Alright, I'm suddenly really liking herO's position, and this is the thing. If you are a guy who could all in at the drop of a hat, and your opponent knows that and respects and potentially even fears it, then it could be very nice to just mix in these kind of very delayed expand builds, but be flexible enough to just use it as a harassment opening, shut down your opponent's aggression. And it's the Terran who really struggles to get information in these sort of games. So, and a lot of people are like, well, why doesn't Terran just scan? Like, how you've got 2 command centers, Protoss is on 1 base, why not? And there's absolutely a good argument behind that. I think it's when Terrans start scanning more in the meta, you just see the Protoss player like not build the Stargate in the main. They have another pylon here and hide it. And it's kind of hard for the Terran to scout reliably with scan. And it's such a big investment, right? You pop that scan out once, 225 minerals in opportune mining, or mining opportunity that's gone. So it's always something where it's like, it's not that it's bad, it's that it is a little less consistent than Terran players like. And whenever you see a player using it really well, you're like, oh, it's so good, man. Scan it is the best scouting. Don't get me wrong. In late game especially, it's the best scouting. But it just costs a lot in the early game. So there's a big cost to it, and Terran players very afraid to not have those minerals, which you can see have turned into a very big marine tank army. The Phoenix are like, hello, buddy. I'm looking to pick up your reinforce. You come out here, I run in there. Third Nexus goes down. herO is always very late on his third. That's just kind of how he plays StarCraft. You know, he's always looking to kill his opponent. And a player who's always looking to knock the other guy out rather than get an economic lead, he's not really putting pressure on Kua to attack into him. Kua's putting that pressure on himself. Kua scans, and he's like, yep, Colossus Sentry, okay, I know what I'm up against. 3 more SCVs go down. That brings it up to 9 SCVs in total. Now, it's a pretty good little army. If he can get Viagra and the second Colossus out, they'll do really well. But there's a Raven, which survived this whole time. It just hid in the corner. Joins back up with this army. It's trying to hide. This Phoenix will shoot it down so quickly, man. Oh, force fields. Oh my god. Interference matrix goes down, but he just pulls back from it. That's totally fine for herO. But those Marines do get saved from the force field because there's no Colossus lasers to land on them. He's going to go for it. Oh, the Phoenix do go in. He's picking up 1 siege tank. And, oh, Widowmine will land on 2 sentries. This is very hard to get out of there, right? This is so hard. Oh, he's going to chumps one of the Widowmines. No, the Widowmine retargets. He clicks it on the Colossus. Does Q a great micro, but he's lost all of his tanks, his Raven, and the Phoenix. Look at the way they're not overcommitting. Now they're going to start picking up these units. But you turn around to fight the Phoenix, and that means you're running in to the Colossus with Bio, and that's not a good situation. The Phoenix will now dive a little bit harder. But dude, this is such a good chase from herO. Looks like 1 more Phoenix does fall. Uh-oh. Oh, got to be careful there. Where's his observers? He does not have one right now, and he queues up a 4th Colossus. Phoenix going to the main. The turret does cover there. He's going to try and clear that one out. The Marauders there threatening the Colossus. They don't have a warp in point. It's just slow zealots coming across the map. Double Forge and a Twilight Council goes down. herO now has probed up his 3rd base after taking some excellent fights. Kua does have his 3rd command center on the way. And herO, oh, he does pick up that Widowmine, but it does manage to get back in the ground. Cyclone, of course, falling there. The range advantage of the Colossus is massive. Oh, if he could get a Viking would be big. The Vikings going to be the lifeline of Kua. If he can get enough of them, they can pick off the Phoenix from afar, use the Widowmines and Marines to cover them, and then maybe chip away at these Colossus. Seeing a fully saturated 3rd, Kua feels his heart sink right now. His 3rd is not ready, and he doesn't have many SCVs. He's already transferred his SCVs. He's got 2 SCVs on the 3rd. This is not great versus a fully saturated Protoss. Colossus still roaming this map. Charge is here. He's rebuilt 1 observer. I'd like to see a few more observers come out, honestly. Because if that observer gets scanned down, you're going to be in trouble again. These Widow Mines are buying a lot of time for Cure. Now, the third has been spotted. The Phoenix going to try and pick off the rally. Gets one SCV. No, he doesn't. He's got to drop it. Bio stims in. Sits above the gas there. Gets 1, 2. Nice micro so far with the Phoenix, but he's got to get out of there. Oof. Oh, he's got to recall that. Oh, no. He's going to lose a bunch of these. Oh, the Vikings going to get another one. Oh, they do get another one there. He tries to dive with the Phoenix, but that means the missile turret can cover it. Meanwhile, on the third base, dives in. 15 SCVs go down. Good force fields. Oh, just great dive there. herO did lose a Colossus, but he obliterated the whole army. Very nice split. Distracts, picks herO apart, and herO takes game 1. Spat says herO actually plays really clean. Oh, herO is a beast. herO is incredibly clean, especially considering his control group techniques are some of the worst thing I've ever seen in the world, which I keep ranting about. All right, guys, let's go. Game 2. herO has been trapped in. Once again, his opponent doing a one-base opening. herO is just such a scary creature, and Q is like, yep.
Our SCVs
And this time around, herO goes double gas, but he takes the Nexus. He says, oh, you know what? I'm going to probe scout this time. If you're doing a one-base opening, yeah, I still like getting the double gas up before the Nexus, but that's still a normal time Nexus. And did he just catch that? Oh, damn, he just caught the SCV as well. Not to mention this probe. Guys, there is the most annoying probe in the world. It has always been herO's probe. He gets a little too horny there, goes in a bit too deep, and does pay the ultimate price. But that's something, for years, we've always thought of herO as the most annoying player with his early probe. Like, he is just, in a period when everyone was like, oh, it's not worth the minerals to probe harass. If you're going to scout, then go home. He was the one guy who was like, let's bloody do it. Oh, what's the tranquil music? We've got the RimWorld music on. Godfather, thank you so much, 100 biddies. He forgot his second pylon! Guys! He forgot his second pylon! Oh my god, so he couldn't build his unit, so he just leaves. What? He literally just forgot to put his second pylon down, so he couldn't make an adept. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna lose like 4 or 5 probes here. And he was just so annoyed at himself. Like, it's so hard to come back from that, guys. That is really bad. That Reaper was gonna have about 30 seconds. No, it was gonna have longer, because his pylon wasn't even finished. It was gonna have, yeah, about 30 seconds in that mineral line. It was gonna be a disaster. All right, guys. The man who has the best probe harass in the world and sometimes forgets his second pylon. And I think the reason he forgot it is he's so used to having it proxied on the map. And he was like, oh no, I forgot to put it down. A bit of a slip up. And he was quite a bit of banter in Korean that I couldn't read, but in the chat in between games. But I imagine it was basically, shit.
Thanks for the Bezos bucks.
Shit. This is herO, who's gonna hide and expand in the top. On the gold base map. Oh my god, Cure in the top left. Okay, guys, so the reason this is so genius is Cure is going to scout. He's on one base, and he's going to check the gold base because he's playing herO. He's like, okay, no gold base. Okay, no worries. So you're either one basing me or you're expanding here. He's going to come in, and he's going to see there's no Nexus in a short while. And he's going to be like, wait a second. And he's going to check his gold. I don't think he'll check here. Not for a long time, anyway. It's going to take him a little bit. And he hasn't actually confirmed there's no Nexus yet. So this is kind of funny. herO's like just hanging out. And Q is gone for an expand. He's making 2 Reapers into a Hellion, into a Widow Mine starport on the way. So I think it's going to be a Widow Mine drop after this. And it's going to be defensive Phoenix. So if you make your opponent think you're one base all letting them, then Phoenix are really good. Because when they come to scout or attack you to figure out what's going on, your Phoenix can just pick them up and say, no way home for you, mate. Q would just check the top right corner. herO's on top of the Hellion right now. Ooh-wee. Hellion took a lot of damage, man. The Hellion's going down. There's no way you save that unless you perfectly time a grenade bounce. Loses a Reaper and loses a Hellion. Wow, well worth it for this Adept. Probably should hit the Widow Mine there, since the Widow Mine does not regenerate like the Reaper. But there's another Adept behind this, and a Phoenix coming in. Ooh, oh, and he could time the shade. Yeah, he's going to time the shade. So what he's going to do is he's going to run up now. Yeah, he timed it too late. herO waited too late. He wanted to set off the Widow Mine and then teleport as it was in midair, but he messed up the timing on that just a little bit. It's very hard to judge. Oh, hits the command center. Okay, that Adept doesn't really find anything, guys. But he does have a full base, and Kua has no idea what he's up against. Right now, Kua just has no information. He's going to try and do a Widow Mine drop. But we've seen that's very dangerous against herO. I feel like you're better off just camping and like hiding an SCV on the map or something like that. Twilight Council is now on the way, so it's 3-gate into Twilight Council. Phoenix going to come in towards the main. They're going to try and pick up these SCVs. So he shows the Phoenix, and that kind of gives away that he's not doing some crazy all-in, right? Looks like another Adept did go down. Actually, I guess that was already the second Adept we saw, wasn't it? So this Adept did actually return home. Phoenix looking for that medevac. They could dive. They could actually dive on that. But instead he goes for the SCV. Takes a little bit of damage. Bit of paint off the Phoenix there. Gonna come in. They could get the Reaper, but the Reaper hides on the Widow Mine. Nicely done. And any SCV that's building a building, high value target. Because now he's gonna individually send all these SCVs to rebuild. It delays those structures. One of the most annoying things is losing those sort of workers. And you know, there's a Widow Mine there, bro. Oh my god. Third base on the way. He started Glaive Adepts. Thankfully, he cancels it and goes Blink. Now, Blink after Phoenix is what we in the industry call a nonsense opening. But it's also the thing your opponent will least expect. You're meant to go charge if you're going heavy Phoenix because you've already built 6 Phoenix for anti-air, so you don't need any more anti-air, right? You don't need mobility. You've already got that in the Phoenix. But herO is just saying, no, I'm just going to full swap. It's just going to be this one squad of Phoenix, and then I'm going to swap into like Stalkers. And knowing him, he's actually going to go like 7-gate mass blink for a little while. Yeah. He's gonna go. Basically, he's like, oh, when Kua pushes, I am going to just meet him with Mass Stalker and Overwhelm. Because I already feel like I've done so much damage. 9 SCVs, a Hellion, a Reaper. Your Expand wasn't that fast to begin with. And oh, he's got to be careful. There's Widow Mines there. He does see them, though. These Phoenix are so active. Yeah, herO has some of the strangest and most awesome play out there. I really do love watching him play. He's got a random probe that's on a gas on control group 2. That's why it keeps disappearing off the control group list. And he's going to send some Adepts forward. He's got 2 Adepts, 3 Sentries. Here comes the push, guys. That's a lot of Marines and Widow Mines. But Stalkers are actually very good versus Marines and Widow Mines. There's no Marauders or tanks. So that's kind of why this works, right? He's like, hey, you're going to play heavy Marine mine. That's fine. Oh, he does see it. Yeah, he glimpses the army. Good job. He had a bit of a Phoenix spread across the map. Now, he's got to get warping in. He's only got 6 gateways. And he's supply blocked. Oh, herO, don't lose to supply. It's so much genius strategy when you watch herO. As pylons are, he's got 1 finishing, so he'll be able to do his first Stalker Warping, but he's got to get a move on, man. His first Stalker Warping coming in. I guess he already had a few Stalkers out, actually, so it was his second Stalker Warping, technically. Now, Kua still doesn't even know that his base is up there. So I guess herO kind of had to go Blink because he needs amazing mobility just to cover this as well. He's going to use a Elucidated Colossus there just to kind of spot over the hedge. Does dodge that Widow Mine with Blink. That Widow Mine, we don't know how it's burrowed, but it is. And this guy's going to take one for the team. Boom, baby. Now, Marauders are starting to come in. First 2 Marauders do arrive. Interesting force fields. I'd say objectively bad force fields there for herO. He's going to try to go in and pick up with his Phoenix, but just not good force fields. He was looking to get some sort of really weird, aggressive wave off with them, and that did not work out. The 6-gate, now 8-gate blink, not quite doing it. And herO, I mean, he's up on economy. He grabs a Marine there. He will pull back for now. Robo. It's going to finish up. I don't think that's important necessarily because there's no armory on the way, but he doesn't know that. Oh, it's a big army coming. It's all about those Widow Mines right now. herO's got to use some nice blink backs. Nah, it wasn't particularly clean on that one. Okay, he's going to hold position for now. He's got no detection out here, guys. Oh, this is... I think he's got to just take the Widow Mines on the chin. The Phoenix drag the Widow Mines, but Kua avoids most of them. Only 1 medevac and like 1 or 2 Marines going down. But the Phoenix are now cleared out, so it's just Bio versus Zealot Stalker. Phoenix no longer part of this equation. There's not many Widow Mines left. These 2 will try to burrow. They're going to have to pull back. Now, there's plenty of medevac healing, which is a very scary thing for herO. The 3rd command center is now building for Kua. You've got such a big economy advantage, but your units suck. You're an unupgraded Zealot Stalker, so you've got to keep as many of these alive as possible. Nice force fields. Do trap some of these units. Gets a few of the Marauders. Medevac gets kind of low there. Oh, the Immortal actually had some nice damage, but its barrier is set off. And does he have an Observer out here yet? No, he does not. He's got to build an Observer, man. The Zealot does go down. He's going to try and blink up to the north, warping in more Stalkers, more Zealots. And you know what? It's almost out of energy. This Bio Army is almost out. He baits one of the Widow Mines. Very well done. And look at the way he's baiting. Oh, he does lose one Stalker to the splash, but that's okay. A Zealot sets off that one. Very nicely done by herO, who gets 2 of the Medevacs now. And while the Bio does stand and fight, the Immortals say, are you sure about that, buddy? You sure you want to stand and fight with us? We will stand and trade with you all day. herO, his Immortals coming on strong. Another Medevac goes down. He's got Blink ready, so he's going to... Dodges that. Does lose a Stalker to the splash once again. Those very wounded Stalkers do take a lot of damage. Third command center can now float out for Kua though. So I think Kua's kept this low economy enough that it's okay. Second Robo Bay on the way for herO. There's definitely a transition possibility just because you've got 1-1 upgrades almost finished. It's 0-0 with no Forge on the way for herO. And herO doesn't have splash damage. So you can play this all day as Kua because you've kept herO on such a low tier composition. Now, he does have 3 Immortals plus Force Field. So if you kind of take a bad fight, things can look... Oh, what are we doing with his Stalker movement? herO, his movement is so bizarre sometimes. They're trying to rejoin his army. I think he thought he had high ground vision there, but he didn't. Trying to bait out these... Oh, pretty big Widow Mine hits coming in. Oh, if you could trap these Marauders, that would be really nice. Well, some of the Medevacs get caught up front. Sentries are falling. He's going to try and warp in on the front line. Does keep some of these Immortals alive. If you can punish a few more Medevacs, that'd be nice. Feels like this fight went really good for Kua, though. As long as he doesn't overstay. As long as he doesn't overstay, because his army's thinning out and these Immortals are still looking strong. They've got the Warp Prism there as well. And he's going to dodge using the Prison pickup on the Immortals. I guess that's just not quite enough. Oh, nice hot pickups here on the Immortals. The Zealots come in. He does clear a lot of Terran army out. And he's got 2 Colossus on the way. herO may have actually survived here. Fighting once again for map control. Kua does know about this base. He's like, wait, is there a 4th? Because naturally it's going to go here to fill in the gap in the bases. This is actually awesome. Big thank you, Dave Tester, Michael Yark, everyone who's been supporting. Going to give you guys some big shout outs in just a moment, guys. So we got the Bio there, the Widow Mines, the Liberators as well. Immortals coming forward with the Colossus. And we got those sentries there. Ooh! Oh, okay, sentry gets picked off. Okay, picks up an Immortal. Nice. Force Field's trying to go down. Colossus on all sides. Marauders, Marines, Mines all coming forward. And damn. This looks like such a big army for Kua. 4th base on the gold base. herO is an absolute psychopath. He's just stretching himself out in every single direction. The Colossus are doing a lot. He just doesn't have any detection. And moving his Colossus forward like that may indeed be a bit too cocky. Disruptor does get 1 Marauder. Oh, he's losing an Immortal. Colossus getting hit. He's just got no anti-air, man. Not having a pylon to warp in from down here is definitely rough. And Stalkers are going to take out that Liberator, so they do get something. But oh, a Colossus just died to the Widow Mines. Dude, the lack of observers in this game. He's lost 1 observer. He only ever built that one until now. As another observer rallies out, he's using disruptors to slowly clear them. But this base is forfeit. He's going to have to just recall those probes out of there, I believe. Taking this gold was already such an absolutely insane move. He's going to recall his army to defend it. And Kua's going to run down to the left and go for the gold then. He says, okay, well, if you want to do that, that means you're going to eat some Widow Mines chasing my army across the map. And oh no! Yeah, herO in absolute chaos right now. He's good at handling chaotic situations. But I think Kua here just stayed focused on making his life as easy as possible. Whereas herO made his life as hard as it could possibly be. All game long with those hidden bases. And I think unfortunate, really, for herO that Kua didn't scout the lack of the Nexus. If that happened, Kua would have made so many more wrong decisions in this game. But Kua literally just saw the tech timing and was like, yeah, this is a normal build. And just played a completely normal play in the early stage. So I think this really didn't work out for herO, this opening. And he made a good play of it, but Kua is just relentless with his attacks. That Prism will go down without the reinforce. Oh, good force fields. Okay. If you could pick off those Widow Mines, it'd be huge, but 25 SCVs, I mean, it seems big. But when you're in the economy that herO is, yeah, 50 probes seems good. Guys, it's on 3 bases that are mostly mined out. He does not have a fresh 4th base at all here. And that Colossus will fall as well. The Reinforce comes in a little bit too late, and it's just not enough. Anyway, too much Marine Marauder. 1-1 upgrades versus 0-0 this entire time as well. So Disruptors might seem good, but with 2-2 about to kick in, also Cure a little too strong. Youchies. Youchie, youchie, youchies. Hot damn, man. Cure ends up with the 2-1 comebacks. Forgotten Pylons for the lose, bro.